Today has been my most challenging day yet, I've found. This is the beginning of, or sorry, halfway through day 4? No.
Yes. So we're halfway through day 4 at the moment.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. We're halfway through day 4.
3.5 days in at this point. It's going to be 4 days tonight.
So this is halfway through day 4, and this morning when I woke up, I had some really intense dreams, and I woke up, when I got out of bed, I instantly lost my vision because I became really dizzy, and I think that's got to be a lack of food thing for sure.
Things this morning have been pretty tough. I had the most intense dream last night ever, which was, I'm not going to go into all the details of it because it was pretty horrendous, but it was a plane crash that I witnessed.
And then I kind of got up, and Reese is doing a workshop this week at Urban Dance, and we had to drive him here, and that's quite a distance from our house to drive, so it's about 25 minutes of driving, and we need to make his lunch and get all his drinks together and get him breakfast and dressed and all the things that you have to do with the child to get them out the door in the morning. And for me that process was incredibly intense this morning. I didn't feel so good. My stomach was hurting, and I just felt quite giddy. I'm actually feeling, now that we've driven down here, I'm actually feeling a lot better now in myself physically, but I do have to say that today I've been feeling quite edgy and jaggy, grumpy, and feel annoyed at everything.
It's pretty tough. A lot of vulnerability. And then I stubbed my toe.
He tried to dodge a door that was open, but then stubbed his toe on a frame of a door. And that was intense. So basically all I heard was, hooray, 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 dunk.
Okay, so this might be seen as a little bit weird, but what I thought I would do is I thought I would show you my body and just show you what's happening with it, because it's changed quite significantly. And it's kind of a pity because we never did a pre-fast video of, I guess, what my body's looking like. But I just thought I would show you, so if you're appalled by Scottish milky white bodies, then look away now. But I'd just like to show you a few observations. So one of the first things for me is that I had a little bit of tum, not a huge amount of tum, but now, when I kind of bend over, there's nothing here. This has kind of disappeared, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I'm kind of feeling like I'm just going in like that. I guess for 3.5 days, it's not a thing going in here. Food everywhere and not a morsel to eat. So Ali saw a sign for a detoxing foot spa, which uses ions and changes the balance of ions in the water with some salt in the water. And when you put your feet in this, the electrical current goes through the water and causes an osmosis process that pulls out the toxins through your feet.
So my feet are in a bowl of very warm water, and I can actually feel a tingling in my feet.
I could feel my body vibrating. I was very sensitive to the whole thing. I didn't feel very relaxed at all during the 30 minutes that I did the detox for. The water changes colour, and depending on the colour the water changes to depends on what's cleansing in your body. Apparently this is the thing.
The water is going a kind of yellowy colour.
When I finished, the water was like the Ganges or something. It was very, very brown, very muddy, foamy. There was all sorts of bits and stuff in it. And essentially what it was saying was that there was a lot of liver cleansing, gallbladder cleansing going on. After that, I found that I declined very quickly, and I got to the point where I was almost kind of I felt like a shuffling wreck.
And really all day I felt amazing, apart from this morning when I was grumpy.
I was quite confused in my thinking, emotions moving. It wasn't pleasant at all.
I felt like I had the most amount of energy. I felt like I was really clear and sharp.
I also felt that my eyes were in a vice and that my head was in a vice. So I felt completely shut down.
I'm very aware of how still I feel on one level, but how dynamic I feel too, like my creativity's on fire.
And I saw that I needed to rest. So when I came back, I went to bed, I had a sleep for an hour, and I got up, and now I'm completely myself again. I feel great, clear, energy's good, love life, everything's great, no vices, they've all been removed. This is an amazing process, very internal journey.
I'm feeling very inspired by my life and by the possibilities of what I can do this year.
And what I'm seeing very clearly with the fast is forcing me, if you like, into being absolutely present all the time. And it's a very internal thing, and it's like for the first time in a while, I've stepped outside of the usual Colin that exists in the world, that's constantly running and doing his best and giving everything and working and thinking and eating what I feel like. Whenever I feel like it, I just fancy something, I'll grab it because everything's available. We live in such an abundant, we have such abundant lives, we're so gifted in that way. But the fast is kind of the opposite side of that. It's stepping outside of that and seeing all of that momentum. It's almost like a big hurricane that is the world, and the fast is about stillness and about being present. And then what happens is everything lights up inside of me that came from that hurricane. Everything that I've acquired, all of the toxins, everything that I've eaten, everything that I've done has come from that, and it's in here. And the fast is being about presence, is like shining a light on all of that noise. And that's what that shuffling kind of head in a vice thing was. It was seeing everything that I've created and taking responsibility for it in a way that I haven't done before. I so nearly reached for that. I was 1 millisecond away from picking one up and just putting it straight in my mouth. No thought whatsoever, it was just done. Before I even knew it had happened. It looks so good.
Lucky for me, I'm not on a fast. Yay! Oh, amazing.